Hey, good morning, church. I pray all is well with you this morning, this Friday morning. I'm sure y'all are still dealing with the weather and the ice and stuff that we have. But I'll just say, like my shirt says, God is good all the time. Hey, before we start into Ecclesiastes chapter 10, just kind of with heavy heart about everything that's going on over in the Ukraine and with Russia. I just ask that y'all would have a special prayer time, praying for the people there, regardless of our own opinions. War is ugly and brutal, and I was thinking about people living there right now and what they're going through, and so thankful that nothing like that has happened in our nation in a very long time. And I pray that it doesn't, because how scary it really would be to have foreign fighters flying around. And I pray that we never have to experience that. But at the same time, my heart goes out to the people of Ukraine and what is going on there. So please be in prayer for them. Hey, we're going to be looking at Ecclesiastes chapter 10. And I'm just going to have to break this down into some key verses. The reading of Ecclesiastes is tough, and it's one of those books that you literally have to study and really grasp your mind around, because all of it is pretty deep, and you have to follow what is being written here by Solomon. But I like this first one. Verse number 1 says, "Dead flies putrefy the perfumer's ointment and cause it to give off a foul odor." At kind of that old saying that an rotten apple spoils the whole bushel. And that's what this kind of message is here, about how a dead fly can make everything stink. And I think that's important for us to think about through our own life. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be one of the dead flies. I want to be helping cause things to have a good odor, a good smell in our life and in our church. Verse number 2, just going to read it. "Do with it what you will. A wise man's heart is on the right hand, and a fool's heart is on the left." There you go. Do with it whatever you would like. I do want to dive over into verse number 10, because I really enjoyed digging into, and actually 8, 9, and 10, and the way that they flow together. And it talks about our work and what we do, and how if we have the wrong motives, what might happen to us. In verse number 10, it says, "If the axe is dull and one does not sharpen the edge, then he must use more strength, but wisdom brings success." In other words, it would be more wise for a person to stop and sharpen his axe than to keep beating a dull axe upon the wood. And I think we need to think about it that in our spiritual walk. Folks, sometimes you got to stop and sharpen your axe. Word says that iron sharpens iron. And so there are times whenever you keep doing the exact same thing over and over and over and over again, and you got to stop and change things up so that you become stronger. Verse number 11, "A serpent may bite when it is not charmed, but a babbler is no different." It literally it talks about people that have these cunning words, charming, flattery, and it uses this word babbler is no different. It can bite like a snake. Whenever somebody comes at you with these words of, kind of flattery, or they're just constantly talking and stuff. And in fact, verse 12, "The words of a wise man mouth are gracious, but the lips of a fool shall swallow him up." How people just overcome you with words, and better look out. It might be a snake that's trying to bite you. And then I want you to think about verse number 18. "Because of laziness, the building decays, and through idle hands, the house leaks." And I was thinking about that in our spiritual walk. Sometimes we become lazy in our spiritual walk, and our building starts to decay. Sometimes because of our lazy hands, our house begins to leak. And I'm talking about our spiritual house. And so I think that's a good way to challenge ourselves with that verse number 18. that we are not lazy when it comes to God's work and His direction in our life. We don't have idle hands, that we're doing work for His kingdom. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the study of chapter 10. Lord willing, we'll see you on Sunday morning. May God bless. Have a great weekend.